What's going on YouTube? My name is Dom, and today actually I have, well, for today's quick shot video actually I did get a comment the other day that asked me about sites. In particular what sites I use and how you should go about discerning what sites to use and which ones are better than others. Well, you know, of course I just got to get it out of the way first that there is no objective parameter for judging how good a site is. It's all basically preference. Of course I do have some thoughts on the subject that may change your mind, things that I find really effective when I'm actually looking at sites. My favorite site in the game, hands down, is the Micro T1. Now, from what I've heard from people, that is a very unpopular site, and I kind of understand. I think I understand why. Now, I use it because it's incredibly clean. It's just a dot. It doesn't have all the convolution of like a panoramic site or something. I hate that fucking site. I hate the panoramic. I like the Micro T1 because it is just a dot, and I was actually thinking about it because when I use the Micro T1 I feel very inaccurate. I feel like the slightest adjustment messes up my aim. I feel like I can see how inaccurate the rest of my bullets are because of how accurate the sight is. Now, I haven't actually done any experimentation to figure out if sights will increase your accuracy if every sight is spot on and whatnot. That's not something that I've done, but that is something that I can do in the future. Now, I like the Micro T because I was actually thinking to myself, I'm like, well, if this is just a dot and this is telling me where my bullets are going most of the time, where they're most likely going, this is, you know, inarguably the best sight in the game because it's a single dot that tells you where you're going. So if I can learn to master this sight and to get used to it, then it is a great sight, and it is something that should work out quite well. And it is, honestly, I think it's an amazing sight. I use it basically on all of my serious classes that I'm using. Like if I'm trying to play hardcore or if I'm trying to play really good, I am going to be using the Micro T1 on an accurate rifle. Now, that being said, there are certain weapons where I will opt for a Russian red dot. Now, I like the Russian red dot because I find that's better for less accurate guns at range. In particular, I'm going to use that on probably like the R4 for the tank, and then I'll also use it, you know, like on the PP19. I'm going to use that sight because I feel like it's less accurate, and I feel like I can line up shots on drones a lot easier for that, and I can kind of line up those shots easier with the Russian red dot. There is another sight that's kind of particular to the gun you're using that I do enjoy playing with, and that's the Comp M4. Now, I don't really see a lot of people, well, you can't see what sights people are using, but I don't hear a lot about that sight. When I ask about, you know, what sights do you like, what do you use on your guns, I don't hear a lot about the Comp M4. Right now, I think, well, I can only see it on the M16 and the SR635. It might be on other guns, but those are the two that just come to mind right now. And I like it because it's very clean too, like kind of like the Micro T1, but it's just a little bit of a different feel, which is why I enjoy using that. Now, on my snipers slash LMG, I'll always use the TARS sight or the T5XI tactical sight, I believe it's called. I like those just because they're the most pinpoint accurate for me. I fucking hate the other ones. I can't even list their name. It's like the POSP, and then there's another one I hate because it's like a upside down V and it looks terrible. It's very hard for me to be accurate with that. That's just me though. But now, also something that not a lot of people really take seriously, I find, are iron sights. Not only are they a lot of fun, I think they're incredibly fun, some of the most fun you're gonna have in the game, but some of them are actually arguably better than other sites. In particular, I'm using the R4 in this clip right here, and the R4 sight is very good. It's if you look at it, it kind of reminds me of an M1 Garand sight, you know, from the old Call of Duties. I love it. I think it's awesome. I think I'm more accurate with it, especially with this weapon because it's not that accurate. I feel like with the iron sights I can line up my shots better. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the topic. Please feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, be sure to drop a like or a dislike, just depending on how you enjoyed the video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. I actually have a pretty big video planned. I think it's pretty important. So anyway, stick around for that. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow.